Thai rice farmers are struggling for the second time this year. They're being told not to plant because of the extreme drought. Tony Cheng has this.
Sowing the seeds of discontent. Rice farmer Jamrat is putting his faith in a crop of green beans this year. Normally, he'd be planting rice, but the beans require much less water, although he fears even this sturdy crop will likely fail.
I'm 68 years old, and I've never seen it this dry before.
Jamrat shows me just how dry the earth in his fields has become. Monsoon rains that would usually have left the rice paddy submerged in water never arrived. And this is the second crop to fail this year.
I can't tell how the future will be for farmers. I'm okay because I have a well, but those who don't will be in big trouble.
It's a landscape which doesn't look like one afflicted by drought. But one thing is very noticeable here in central Thailand. The lush green of the rice plants has gone. Normally, the fields behind me would be full of rice paddy as far as the eye can see. But this year, the first crop wasn't planted because of the drought. And the government's announced it's going to ask farmers to delay planting the second crop because there still isn't enough water. So the fields are now full of weeds, and the farmers here will generate no income at all this year. The canals and irrigation ditches that crisscross Thailand's central plains are also dangerously low, in part because of low rainfall. But crucially, water reserves have been mismanaged. Earlier in the year, when the rainy season failed to start, limited water resources were rationed by the military. But many farmers complain a disproportionate amount was allocated to Bangkok, while those who needed it most were left high and dry. And in the aftermath of the 2011 floods, dams have been kept at dangerously low levels. The rice pledging scheme also encouraged overproduction and a depletion of what little water reserve remained.
Everybody go on and expand that production in dry season. And as a result, we have to use up the irrigation, the valuable water. A lot of water are used because of that.
While things are bad for the farmers in the central plains, the situation for those in the poorest areas could be disastrous.
Those farmers in rain-fed area, particularly in the northeast, where they don't have irrigation water, and they can grow only one crop. And with this El Nino situation, they will be the most vulnerable farmers in Thailand.
The El Nino weather pattern affecting countries around the Pacific Rim is raising temperatures and reducing rainfall. And if there isn't significant rainfall in the next 30 days, the drought will get much worse once the dry season begins.
All of our income has gone. The main problem is water. Without water, we can't do anything. And we have to borrow money to survive, which adds to our problems.
Many farmers have already lost hope of a rice crop for this year. If the rains don't come soon, they may lose next year's harvest too. Tony Cheng, CCTV, Supan Central Thailand.